a family friend came to me and said, Kyle, I've seen all the success you've had at Yellow Diamond, staffing logistics from the Philippines. What do you think you can do for my solar panel manufacturing company? And so my friend said, can you find me an electrical engineer with a master's in electrical engineering to work at my solar panel manufacturing company in New Jersey? And honestly, I said to the guy, I've just done logistics operations positions. That sounds a little bit complex, but nonetheless, let me go out there and see what I can do. And so what I found really blew my mind. We found a guy named Daryl Latrata. He had a master's in electrical engineering. He replaced a University of Delaware graduate with that same master's degree and 7 years experience. That guy was earning $140,000 a year. Daryl replaced him for $16 an hour. When I had my 3-year check-in with Daryl, he's number 2 at the company. He handles all of project management. So submitting the solar drawings to the municipalities, managing their response. If they change up the drawings, he then reshops that with his vendors and then gets a buying decision from his customers. So when I saw that position happen, that's when a turning point in my head kind of came up and said, wow, why are we calling these people virtual assistants? And what just happened here with this electrical engineer taking a very skilled job in the United States? And so that's when I kind of put this all together, Chris, and said, the virtual assistant era is over. Really what we're doing here is we're in, 2025. We're in a worldwide workforce. If you're graduating from college today, when I graduated from Emory in Atlanta, Georgia, I was competing with Georgia Tech and Georgia State. I just spoke over at Emory 2 weeks ago, and I told their graduating class, especially this marketing class I was speaking at, you're competing against the whole world. You're competing against people from the Philippines, from India. And so what we have here is what I call the worldwide workforce is what we're creating. People are able to plug into U.S. companies, and the rewards for doing so are at an all-time high. And so what you're now seeing is kind of the final era of what you see as far as offshoring, which is direct one-for-one recruitment of the exact candidate you're trying to hire locally from a different country for about a third of the price as you'd be hiring locally. So we've been able to do that in finance and accounting, marketing, at the controller level, at the marketing manager level, you name it. At the end of the day, the only thing we haven't done is kind of the C-suite, Chris. So that's my story. That's what I'm doing today.